Hey, this is Damon the Global Gardener. Welcome to the Brisbane Botanic Garden, City Garden, Brisbane City Botanic Garden. There's these interesting fountains in the pond, and the pond is kind of stinky and full of sort of dead material and algae. It's exciting, but there are some really wonderful birds here. I'll show you in other videos. These birds of paradise. Oops, excuse me, there's lots of birds of paradise and lots of calla lilies, but these are a little bit of both. And I don't see a name on them, but something I'm enjoying a lot in Australia are these grevilleas. If you've seen some of my other videos, I've showed various grevilleas. But these birds are really lovely, and I'll show you some more of those. Lots of calla lilies right next to the pond. Here's a secondary pond down from the stinky one, and all the lilies are doing great. It's kind of a little bit overflowing. I'm sure when they get rain it really floods. So this placard says that this is home to many migratory birds. They clean out the sludge from time to time, and it was originally used as water for the rest of the Botanic Garden. Coming out of the large flower garden are some baobabs in the lawn. Phoenix rupicola cliff date palm from tropical Africa and India. For a botanic gardener, surprisingly few name placards. Although I did see one for the grass. It's called Blue Couch. And these birds are really entertaining. Oh, and scary. And there's lots of them. Fertilizing the lawn and probably eating grubs out of the blue couch. Oh good, some banyan. It's interesting the ones that they chose to bring here and help to proliferate. I believe this is heavily irrigated. I know it just rained a lot here, and they don't usually get rain. They were saying a 7-year drought, which I don't know about that. I also read 15-month drought, so some length of extended drought, and then a lot of rain, and then I'm not sure about the irrigation here, but it is still moist, and there was flooding in Sydney, where we're heading to next. Looks like there's a weather station underneath the banyan tree, which is an interesting place for a wind or rain would be altered by that. And temperature and humidity also. So probably not the best place to gather data from. I know they're having talks about being really affected by climate change, where their zones are actually changing quite a bit and being reclassified from sort of more, some are more arid and becoming more wet, and some are obviously becoming more dry, like most of the world, hotter and drier. It used to be a functional drinking fountain in 1867. In this area, formerly the Botanic Garden, the first sugar publicly produced in Queensland was June 1862. from locally grown canes. Oh, I see, and they have representative canes. How nice of them, with lots of... Is that citrus? What is that? It looks like citrus, but I don't believe that it is. Very citrus-like leaves. And there are a few placards in this garden, so I will see if I can find this one. Until then, I'm sure somebody knows what this plant is and can post in the comments. Here we enter the dense jungles of Brisbane, formerly known in the times of the 1800s, 1855, 1828 originally. The land was set aside. I don't know how to do more of that accent, but this is really lush and beautiful, and there's lots of steps, and I believe that it's irrigated because much of the grass is irrigated, which is a strange thing for somewhere that's in drought and has been for years, to have ample extended lawn irrigated. But it's, you know, British and whatever, where it actually does rain and grass is not such a strange thing, Scotland and stuff. Okay. Tall, graceful rainforest palm, picabine palm, Arcanto phoenix, Cunninghamiana. Arcanto phoenix are these guys with the smooth stems. And there's just a series of pathways. I'm just randomly selecting. They possibly, yes, they all meet up in certain ways, but they're also paved with blacktop and are covered nicely in leaves. Here's the nursery where they have things to either continue planting or replace things or extend garden beds. A nice botanic garden like that needs a nice nursery to keep things going, and or have plant sales to support the nursery, the botanic garden. This one's free in the city of Brisbane, and it looks like it borders a nice, like, I want to say pedestrian, but I'm not sure what you call a bicycle pathway. Maybe a bicycle pathway. A sort of pavered-in bicycle pathway. One way to Goodwill Bridge. And it goes down more steps to another pathway. There are lots of bicycles going back and forth on here. Not at the moment, so we'll go back up. Here comes one. So I haven't bicycled it, so I don't know which direction or how far it goes. But I believe this is my favorite part of the garden because there's no grass. I'm not a big fan of lawns. I have clients that ask me to install lawns, and I really I try to refuse, and I try to reroute into other plants that would be more desirable, but sometimes they're just really stuck on that's what landscaping is, and it requires a lawn, and it's just not very green unless there's a lawn. And I don't know, torn on that often as far as not wanting to plant it and knowing that it's not the best thing that would be for them. And then they graze their carnivores on it. They're dogs. They have dogs that they have on their lawn, and it's like, these things were for grazing animals originally, and now we have these carnivores that just, it's just a strange reality. Now I'm looking at burrowing Lepidosomia. Lepidosomia? You ever heard of this one? Perovskiana. Lepidosomia perovskiana, which is a cyclad, which is this guy back here, a cyclad. kind of ferny. Getting some light filtering through here, which is always fun to see the light changing during different times of day. There's a nice gazebo on that zigzag pathway. The light changing and seeing how it comes through in certain areas and what's going to do well, and how much light they actually get, because you think it's like full shade, but then you see beams of sun scorching through. Ah! There are so many bugs here. That was a weird one that was on my foot. I know these white ones as peace lily with the little white bracts, because they're not actually flowers. There's some beauties. Is that hypericum? There's more boardwalks through the jungle. And here's an absolutely muddy situation right there. So I'm going to turn back. I love these purple leaves. It'd be nice to have more names out. They seem to have some of the names on the palms, and some more featured plants, but I suppose it changes around in here often enough. There's the quarters of the main garden person are up there, and they converted it to a restaurant because the garden person retired. See, there's that bright sun. Retired like, I don't know, 20 years ago. So here's the final pathway going up to the gardener's quarters. And I think that concludes our tour. Thanks for joining me, and I look forward to inviting you into other gardens around the world. Please subscribe and be part of the journey. See you soon.
Ha 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 ha!